Hello, guys, gals, and non-binary pals. Welcome to another episode of Into the 99 with me, Lotus, and one of my other hosts, Dan.
How's it going today, everyone? And how are you, Lotus?
I'm very well. We're very short on, well, hosts today because they're off adventuring through the multiverse as far as I can see.
Yeah,
Zach seems to busy.
Zach's just not feeling great, so anyone who wants to stop and say hello to him, that would probably make him feel a lot better because the boy's just not feeling great. Zach, feel better soon.
Yeah. Yep.
I want to jump.
All the wishes.
Yeah, I want to jump right into this week's episode. We obviously got so much news, and we just haven't really had a chance to jump in and cover it yet. So let's just get right into today's topic, which is going to be the absolute bombshell announcement of the 2022 release schedule.
It's been non-stop.
Oh yeah, they kind of did it at a bad time in my opinion because they have all of the Innistrad spoilers and stuff coming out, right? So
yeah, which confused me as well because I'm a standard player, and from my knowledge, standard was having 5 sets this year and 3 sets next year, but that's not the case either.
Yeah, I don't know about how the standard stuff goes, but I do know that the first thing that I saw in this made me happy, and then every subsequent thing after it. So I just want to get into it. We're going to talk a little bit about what the 2022 sets are going to be, as everyone should be aware at this point. All that's left for the 2021 sets are going to be Innistrad. They're doing a half and half set, which I think is a strange thing to do, but we'll see. There's 2 commander decks coming out. There will be some spoilers coming up in the next weeks. I'm sure people have started seeing spoilers trickle out right now. We like to cover them when they're all out so we don't miss things. But yeah, so...
Well, yeah, in theory, there's 3 Innistrad sets because they're also bringing out a 3rd Innistrad set that's a draft-only environment that's mixing both of them together.
Okay. I did not know that.
Yeah, there's so much coming out.
Yeah, this is really just ruining my wallet. I still haven't even built the Galea deck. It's just sitting there as a pre-con, and here we go with the other ones. But I have been making a lot of silly decks lately. I did, by the way, just between Lotus and I here. Sorry guys that you're hearing my banter. I did finish that the Illusion draw deck, and it's
with Willie.
Yeah, I can't remember her name. I just know there's a bear in the card, and I love it. But yeah, that was a really, really fun deck to play. I played it a few times last night.
Nice.
Those illusions kind of get out of control. They became a secondary win con all on their own.
I'm gonna have to play against that then.
Oh, for sure. Yeah, we'll actually do a stream about that. But anyways, let's get right back into this. So, number one, first and foremost, it's what everyone has wanted for so long. We're going back to Kamigawa, which I think is phenomenal. The first set of next year, the release date is Q2 of 2022. Kamigawa Neon Destiny. I just am so excited. So I'll let Lotus read the description of it here.
Okay, so Kamigawa Neon Destiny, my second favorite plane. The feudal past of Kamigawa sets the stage for the far-off future. We returned with Kamigawa Neon Destiny, more than 1,200 years after the original story. Kito is one of the new planeswalkers, a cyber ninja. The designers have taken some design elements from the first block and meshed them with science fiction elements featuring an all-new gameplay mechanics.
Yeah, so we have like cyberpunk Kamigawa coming. We're going to have a lot of obviously fun legendary things because Kamigawa brought us so many good legends of the past. It's certain to not disappoint us again. I know they're trying to scale back the power a little bit, but I can't see them blowing it on this one. They better not, is all I'm saying. So many people love the plane of Kamigawa. I'm really excited to see what they do in the form of legendary creatures, because this isn't normally how we go back to a plane. We normally go back in general. We see things like Zendikar, where we see a new iteration of Omnath, of Drana, that kind of stuff, right? Here, obviously, none of the old, like Kami. Maybe actually, because Kami the Crescent Moon is a legendary spirit. Maybe there still is a Kami, right?
Maybe. I'm just wondering, is this still in the same timeline as the rest of the planes, or is this in the future, even if it was on another plane?
I honestly do not know, but I do know that there's a lot of cool frogs and snakes in Kamigawa. So I'm excited
the
to see
snake
more of
shrine.
that. Yeah, exactly. There's a lot of the Orochi stuff is from that block. But what I'm actually the most excited for, and what I really, really hope that they do not miss on, I cannot state enough how much I want them to do more shrines.
I mean, we had it in, what was it, Core 2021?
Yeah, with Sanctum of All, and the shrines are just a super fun way. They brought the Sanctum of All brought the Hondens into a playable spot in EDH, and I thought that was just really, really fun. I typically liked playing those Hondens way back in the day, so being able to play them again in EDH with, obviously I put it in Sisei, but not obviously to anyone, but I put it in Sisei. But yeah, like I like that. I really hope they bring more shrines. The shrines are currently like one of my favorite decks to play. There's so much utility. They're easy 5 colors. I love legendary permanents, and Kamigawa is just so good for that, right? Like, it's going to be good for any kind of Captain Sisei or Sisei Weather like Captain style decks that care about legendary permanents. Any Kethis. There was a lot of really, really cool, like I've said many times already, just legends from Kamigawa, right? It's a set that I would be willing to bet a lot of us flip through the binder of when we're playing and stuff. I know that some of the people that watch the Brewing It Live and stuff really, really like Kamigawa. They're always, I'm always seeing a suggestion from Kamigawa there, right? So there's got to be some good excitement on this set. A new Planeswalker is pretty cool. This doesn't, I guess I'll just get right out of the way. A lot of people don't like the Magic crossover stuff where they're like trying to like bring guns into the world or whatever like that. And this doesn't really look like that's what the set is and stuff. We have the Cyber Ninja, so there is going to be, probably in my opinion, with the ninjas, a return to the ninjas, to the samurais, that kind of mechanic. Maybe we'll see some Bushido kind of stuff.
Oh, Bushido would be great. I used to love that mechanic. That was in Modern Horizons 2, so I'm wondering if that will show its face again.
Well, I think that's like a really, really good spot, but there's also a great spot for legendary artifacts and stuff. Things that have been used by new legends on the plane in the 1200 years since we've been there, right? Like, I believe Godo is from Kamigawa as well.
I'm not sure, but I'm just thinking it won't happen, but Sensei's Divining Top.
That would be... what a great spot to reprint that if they did.
The Jitte.
Yeah.
And then you've got those legendary lands that shot up in price recently.
Yeah. Well, and then all of the... Umezawa, all that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
So like,
whatever happened to the dragons, the spirit dragons? I don't know the lore of the original Kamigawa.
I really should get on that one with John. Do some. Actually, yeah, I should do some Kamigawa lore coming up. But yeah, like I said, I can talk all day about how I'm excited for the new planes, new legendaries. I love new legendary creatures, right? Because new legendary creatures not only are fun for us to play with, they're like... legendary creatures just speak to different people in different ways, right? You might love the artwork, you might love the story, you might love just the look of the character. And that's really what EDH is like built around, in my opinion, is like the social interactions, but also just finding something that you like, that you think would be fun, either an ability, like I said, the look of a card. Like, I built Trin and Sylvar solely because I liked the art that was on the cards. It wouldn't have mattered what they did, I was building them, right? It's the same thing with the illusion deck I was just talking. I liked the artwork, I liked draw, so we built the deck. The more people see things that they like, the more new planeswalkers, the more new, it gets people into the game. And I have seen Magic, like I've said a few times in the last few episodes, I've really seen an explosion of new players. Like, I've got a ton of new people in my local play group to play with. We're doing big games again and stuff. I'm just having a blast playing right now because there's so many people that just fell in love with Magic recently, and seeing them learn rules, learn interactions is awesome. And people getting a chance to go back to, like I said, one of the most exciting planes, I think, I would say Dominaria and Kamigawa are two of the fan favorite planes. I can't speak for everyone, but that's my thoughts at least.
I was going to say, you have to shove Lorwyn in there as well.
Oh, Lorwyn's so good. So good.
Yeah.
Everything with Una, those are my favorite lands. Don't get me started on Lorwyn. We'll be here for the next 2 hours.
But no, going back to new players, I always get this thing that secret lairs aren't good for new players because it doesn't bring players to the game. And I hate to be that person, but there is a person at my local game store that got into Commander because of a secret lair.
Oh, yeah.
And it was, I hate to say it was the Walking Dead one. Oh. Now, I have nothing against them, but a lot of people do. And they struggle to have games until, obviously, our game store decided to have a chat with people, because you shouldn't gatekeep anyone from playing a game.
Well, yeah, let's actually just get this one out of the way. There's going to be a Fortnite secret lair. Who cares? I like to play Magic, and I think from the Walking Dead one, they did learn that players were very unhappy with something that was functionally unique. But now
that
the new
one I can agree on.
I can agree. I don't think that was a great way to do it and stuff. They still can reprint the cards in another way, but then I don't know. I don't know how they get around that one. We all know that was a mistake for them to do. I still, if you like the cards, play them, whatever and stuff. Things can be two things. Wizards can be wrong in how they did it, and players can be right in enjoying something. That's how I generally see it. But that being said, I don't care if people play proxies. I like when people do reskins of cards. I don't care if it's Fortnite or if you want to put Barney the dinosaur on your Zakama deck. Let's just play Magic.
I've actually seen that. It's amazing.
But that's what I mean, right? Like I personally could not care less. If somebody wants to do Hello Kitty Mountains and play Magic for 4 hours, I'll play for 4 hours. Like I just like to play Magic, right? So reskins the secret layers, they don't affect us, right? If we don't want to buy them, we don't have to buy them. Sometimes there's good value. Sometimes we just don't feel like giving Wizards a loan for 6 months for our cards to come 8 months later. I just hate their shipping schedule. But that being said, who cares? If people want to play the Fortnite ones, who cares? If some Fortnite players are like, hey, this is cool, I'll give the game a try. Who cares? Let people play it. It was some of the most toxic backlash I've seen in so long was the announcement of that. And it was so many people of like, I don't want these people in our game. It's a newsflash to everyone. If our current generation of players is the last generation of players, we have no one new to play. They're going to stop making sets. We are going to stop having fun. And all of our very expensive little pieces of cardboard are eventually going to be worth nothing because there's no players. So if you're looking at it from a value standpoint, you want new players to want to buy more stuff. If you're looking at it from I have fun playing Magic, you want more players to play more games. I don't see any real downfall of showing more people the game that we love. Like, I love this game so much that I play it for probably 20 hours a week minimum. Then I spend like an hour talking to my friends every week about this game. And then I spend like probably another 10 hours talking on like Discord and Instagram to people about Magic. I'm very passionate about the game, you could say. Like, I really, really like it. It's a very, very fun game. I've met great friends like Lotus, Zach, some of my best friends like Thomas, John. Like, there's so many people that I've met in the Magic community that are just amazing people. They're great to interact with. Like, it's been so awesome. And why would we want to keep people out of our fun group? I could go on all day about why people should just be happy and play the game. Oh man, those comments irked me.
The funny thing is as well, you say that our game is popular, which it is. We have 55 million players. Fortnite has 550 million players.
Yeah, let them all.
So even if we get 0.5% of those players, it's still a lot of people.
Yeah, let them do that. Let them want to buy all my dual lands. I'll retire. Let's go. It's like that's the plan, you know. Anyways, I could talk about that all day. Be nice to everyone. Who cares if other people like I said, just play Magic. It doesn't affect you. Like, unless people are actually being mean and bullying people, don't do it. Playing stacks isn't being mean. Playing an artwork you don't like isn't being mean. Like, just play Magic.
Yeah, just enjoy the game.
Yeah, and stop playing Time Sifter. Oh man, Time Sifter is a problem for me right now.
Before you start ranting anymore, do you want to go on the next one?
Yes. So this is actually the one that I'm the most excited for. I don't know how to pronounce this, but I think it's Streets of New Capenna. It's basically it's basically a angel demon mob set, and I'm very, very excited. So It's the streets of New Capenna takes place in a new underworld, an urban city setting with special significance to Elspeth. The city's built by angels, but now run by 5 three-color demon crime families, featuring their own keyword and gameplay style. This set is what I'm the most excited for. So we have, at a minimum, we have 5 new tribes, so they're going to be kind of like the Khans, the Jeskai, Abzan, yada, yada, yada. We're getting 5 new iterations of that, and if Strixhaven was any indication, I am very, very excited to see what they do with this, what they can possibly bring to the Abzan color pairing, the Bant color pairing. Because
I was going to say, I've just twigged. Ikoria Triome's the other half of the cycle.
A great spot to print those, and that actually makes a lot of sense. On top of that, a ton of legendary demons for Liliana's contract, and that is really, really exciting. Kalia, pardon me, Kalia is one of my favorite commanders. I have 4 different Kalia decks. One of them is entirely demon-based. That's beside the point. The point is, new demons, new angels, tons of legendary creatures. If you have 5 3-colors, you're going to have 5. Like, think how impactful Narset has been to the story and stuff like that, right? And that is just one of the cons. There's so many, like Zergo was one of the heads of the clans. I can't think of any others off the top of my head right now because I'm just very tired. But like I was saying, with the Strixhaven strange switch of like Witherbloom, Golgari can now do this, the Lorehold, Boros can now do this. I'm very, very excited to see what kind of aggression they can maybe slide into some Bant colors, and like maybe what kind of control or ramp they can slide into. What is your... I can't ever remember the name of the black, red, white.
Black, red, white is... it's on the tip of my tongue and I can't remember it. Don't put me on the spot like this.
Yeah, no one plays that color pairing. And if you play the color pairing, I'm sorry, but you know what you are. It's... but
I should know these color pairings, but I have no idea. I'm like one of the oldest Magic players that's like, I don't know, black, red, white.
Yeah, there's so many things.
Mardu,
there you go. Thank you. But yeah, like it's I'm just very, very excited for that. The mob aesthetic of these is really cool. A lot of the demons are there. Like you said, I hadn't even thought about it, but a perfect spot to put the missing cycle of Triomes.
And I don't know if it's just me wishing, because all these secret lairs keep coming out, but I kind of wish they did a Bioshock secret lair for this, because it reminds me of that esque of the underwater city.
I'd absolutely love that. That would be awesome.
I'm super excited to see, because it's kind of also remind me of like the Cthulhu-esque 1950s style back in the Prohibition. And I'm hoping it has that kind of vibe to it.
Yeah, I'm just pulling up like these pictures in like a greater size, and you have these demons in like a half suit, half armor kind of look, which I think is just phenomenal artwork. You've got really, really dark undertones for the city. You have like a lot of like magic, like one of the arts that you can see, it's the Tyler Jacobson concept art one that I'm looking at. It's just a mage with a big glowing like ball from his hand. Like we're going to see a lot of magic kind of, I wonder if they're going to maybe, right now they're kind of on a path to just ignore my advice. For some reason, Wizards doesn't take my advice seriously. Who knew? Who knew, right? But it looks like they are just going to keep stacking White's power until White is just too big of a problem that they can't walk it back. That's kind of where I think we're going with it. And I think that with the looking at 3 colors, looking at how they designed Strixhaven, I really do believe that this is the set that they're going to just go balls to the wall with White, give White some counterspell, give White some more ramp. Like don't be shocked if White gets like a Llanowar elf, is all I'm saying.
I mean, it would be fun, but you would regret it.
White having a Llanowar elf, I mean, wouldn't be too bad, but yeah, like I said, so first off, like it's just a very cool set. Anytime that someone says that there's 5 new demon crime families in 3-colored, that means we're going to get a bunch of new uncommon legendary creatures, which I love. I love that they've been stuffing uncommon legendaries in lately. I love multicolored decks. It would be really, really cool to see some 5-color stuff come out of this, but I'm kind of not hopeful for the 5-color stuff.
I'm wondering if it'll be like Shards of Alara, where everything in the set's multicolored.
Yeah, like I see a really, really interesting chance to shake up those triple color pairings in the way they did in Strixhaven, because I frankly loved Strixhaven. I thought it was a really, really fun set. A lot of people didn't like the vibe or the aesthetic, but I thought it was a really cool world building set. I loved the Elder Dragons that I've talked about. Arcavios is just a really, really cool plane in general. I'm very excited with that. And this also gives us a new place to come. There's significance to Elspeth, which means that we're likely going to see Elspeth coming back to do something here. And Elspeth, as we know, is on a wild crusade against pretty much everything Phyrexian right now. So
I do think that previous sets, like with Strixhaven, was tainted by Eldraine and Ikoria because they were just so overpowered. They tainted Standard and the following sets so much that they never really got their chance to shine fully.
Well, yeah, let's be honest. They have wrecked Standard. If you are a Standard player, you're probably not as excited for these sets as me. Like 3-color legendary demons.
I'm super excited, and I'm definitely a Standard player. I'm excited for rotation.
I don't know. I can't see 3-colored legendary demons. We know that they're going to be, like, I'm highly skeptical that they're going to give us, like, 6/6 flying 3-cost demons. This is going to be a big, high-powered set, but that's the kind of stuff I like in Magic, right? And I could talk for days about how excited I am for, like I said, you have 5 new crime families, which are going to be basically like your new cons. They have a great chance to shake it up. There's gonna be, it says it used to be run by angels, or built by angels. That means that there are angels in the plane, and maybe the angels are just indifferent, or the angels are like angel demons.
Corrupted.
Yeah. I don't know. I'm just very, very excited for the set in general. I will be spam buying it probably regardless of what they print. Like, to be honest,
I reckon there'll be 5 commander decks for this.
There's no chance there's not. It's also, coincidentally, the second set, which is when they always release all of the commander decks.
Yeah. Kind of coincidental.
Well, and that would make a really, really good thing for them to do would be to keep the normal, like, leaders of the demon families to the commander decks themselves, because that really gives them all a space to shine. You can build right around them, and then you can have lesser but still powerful or not associated ones with the like as the legendary rare mythic slots and stuff, right? You're gonna see, like I said, it's crime families. I'm guessing a lot of assassins, a lot of like mechanics that are like about like double crossing people and stuff like that, or like paying people off, like pay X mana for blah 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 kind of enchantments, like maybe some war tax kind of stuff.
And sort of conspiracy stuff like Conspire and Council's Dilemma.
Oh, I would love some more Council's Dilemma where you like work together and stuff. Like I said, it's a crime family thing, so I think you're going to see like a bunch of things that are about making deals. I think you're going to see a lot of like assassinations, that kind of stuff, right?
That makes sense.
So I'm pretty excited for that. I could go on for hours about that, but we have to get to another absolute insane place that we're going, which is the third set of Dominaria United. So Lotus, you take this one away.
Yep, so the release of Dominaria United will fittingly celebrate Magic the Gathering's 30th anniversary as a fan-favorite world that kicked off one of Magic's greatest stories in high fantasy settings. We were on Dominaria for their 25th anniversary, weren't we?
I believe so, yeah.
We're back again for the 30th.
Yeah, so first and foremost, Dominaria slapped. That was such a good set. That's where they first started really introducing those uncommon legendaries, and I loved it. I loved it so much.
Yep, there was so many legendaries, and they're still played today, which is amazing.
Yep. So first off, Dominaria has just amazing cards. We have Elder Dragons. A bunch of them are dead. I know, but it doesn't mean there can't be new ones. We have, we just saw Yavimaya come out, Cradle. That's Dominaria. We have Urborg, which is Dominaria. We have Valakut, which I believe is... No, Valakut's Zendikar.
Yeah.
Man, they need to just print me one of those all lands or mountains cards. I understand it's broken. I understand they shouldn't do it, but I want it so badly.
This is the same as you saying that you want them to print Prime Time again.
I want them to print Primeval Titan. Unban it. Let's go.
This is the reason they don't, Dan.
Oh,
You.
yeah, come on, Primeval Titan did nothing wrong. There's way more problematic stuff. Like Time Sifter. Oh, I have trauma from that card right now. Oh, Time Sifter's I hate that card so much. Play Time Sifter, you want to make your friends angry. But yeah, no, so back to Dominaria United. First off, there's gonna be just tons of legendary creatures. There's no way around that. That is gonna happen. There's just a massive spot to put them in. It looks pretty futurish, but like I said, it looks like they're trying to get everyone back together after all the big wars that have ravaged everything. I don't know who this person in the picture is, but I think it's a descendant of Urza.
I have no idea what they're doing, because I know in the last Dominaria they took the bomb from the forest and they were going to blow up Phyrexia with it. So I don't know what's going to happen here. I really don't.
Yeah, so like that is, like I said, I think the Dominaria it's going to bring a lot of new legendary creatures. Dominaria has brought lots of great lands and mechanics and stuff like that. Right now, I think that they're basically this year, next year, the following year. So 3 years is the time frame I think they're going to find their new planeswalkers, establish their new planeswalkers, and then we have a real threat. Then we have to deal with Phyrexia or possibly other Eldrazi. But I think that Phyrexians are the thing. I think we're going to see some Phyrexians popping up, like Vorn collects through the plains to kind of see what's going on. At the end of the day, my magic conspiracy theory is that they're going to have to let Nicobolus out of the meditation realm to help out. It's going to be a whole shenanigans. I don't know if that's going to happen, but right now they have to world build, right? So with this new Capenna, we had Strixhaven, Arcavios, we have Kaldheim, Eldraine. There's a lot of new worlds for them to go back to, right? Dominaria United kind of, I think, signifies the end of them going to that plane. I think this is the closing sequel of a plane that we all fell in love with and like grew up with. If you played Magic, if you were very, very deep into it. So I think that we are going to see kind of a lot of closeout. I think we're going to see a lot of like monument to Gerard Capuchin kind of stuff, you know, like just like Weatherlight Crew monument, like things that honor the things in the past. I think especially with it being an anniversary set, there's going to be a lot of fan service to the older players in subtle throwbacks of like, hey, this is a cool card, kind of like they did with the Altar of the Goyf. If you played Tarmogoyf and you know the flavor text of Tarmogoyf and you saw Altar of the Goyf was the like flavor text but like crossed out, like it's pretty cool stuff like that. So I think that Dominaria is going to be the closing chapter on that world. So I'm pretty excited for it. A little saddened by it because it's such a good story overall with what they did in Dominaria. But I don't see a time we go back to Dominaria after this. I don't know your thoughts on this.
Maybe in 10 years on our 40th anniversary. I mean, Dominaria is the home of Bolas. So if Bolas got out, which I hope he does because he's my favorite character of all time,
yep,
he's going to go back to his homeland. There's obviously some relic there he needs or something. You know, I'm just spitballing now, but I don't think Dominaria's, we've seen the last of it. I just think that this is a celebration of, from what I can tell with the artwork, because I don't know much of lore, is that the plane has come together, uniting, and then some common enemy will come to get them. Nothing stays quiet in Magic long.
Which is fair. I'm just trying to look at some of the old notable legends we have from
where's
Dominaria.
Uncle Istvan? Uncle Istvan needs a legendary card.
It's true.
So all of the Elder Dragons have died at Bolas's hand bar Ugin, but they're stuck in the Meditation Realm.
Bolas is from Dominaria, right?
Yes, he's the original Elder Dragon. Well, one of the siblings.
Was he one of the Dominaria ones, though?
I believe so. He's back from Legends.
He was from Dominaria, yes. Yeah, very, very true. Yeah, Nicobolus is a great character. I think that would be a great place to bring him back. You make a good point there. I don't know. Like I said, all of the fact that there's all of the Weatherlight crew, all of that kind of stuff, I think that we're getting a chance to see some pretty cool stuff in general. Like
Was Yorgmoth, was he on He was on Dominaria as well, wasn't he?
He was trying to kill everyone in Dominaria. Yep, that's correct. Urborg is his tomb.
I'm wondering if that could be a revival, because could you ever really kill a god?
Yeah. It says that he's dead, but I don't know how dead he really is. I don't know.
I mean, Bolus died twice or 3 times.
He's coming back for sure. Like I said, there's Nicobolus is too popular of a character for them to leave dead. People liked Gideon, but nobody liked Gideon like they like Nicobolus. Like, Nicobolus is just like a fan favorite to many, many people. The main bad guy for so long, and such a main bad guy that they didn't kill him. He's just stuck right now.
Yeah, stuck with no name.
But if there's anything that we know from the story, Nicobolus is very patient.
Very.
Yeah. Oh man, the Amonkhet. Like I said, I have to do just the Amonkhet lore in general. It's such a good story. Everyone should know it and like really, really have more respect for all of the Amonkhet gods. You'll fall in love with them. They're so much better than the Theros gods. I don't know. Except for Tiny Bones. Tiny Bones is the new Lord of the Underworld. That's a weird thing.
Where's that come from?
Tiny Bones killed Erebos.
Really?
Yeah, 1 second. This is a quick aside here.
Is that actual lore?
Yeah. Tiny Bones is the new... So 1 second. The lore for Tiny Bones is Tiny Bones doesn't enjoy stealing, doesn't enjoy hurting the people of Urborg. Tiny Bones isn't in it for the adrenaline. Tiny Bones doesn't even have an adrenal gland. No, Tiny Bones steals because Tiny Bones has a tiny family to feed and they have a giant appetite. And then, where was it? Tiny Bones and Erebos.
Oh my...
do.
I thought I couldn't love this tiny little character anymore.
I know that I found it somewhere. Just hang on one moment here. I'm gonna... For everyone listening, this is going to be a jump cut because I'm looking this up, so just give me a minute.
Elevator music insert.
I know that this is a thing that happened. You've got to believe me.
I just want to believe it now.
I am certain that this is a thing, Lotus.
I'm hoping it is.
Tiny Bones. There we go. All right. For everyone who waited all of this time, this is from the Jumpstart lore. You've gotta... It took us a minute, but we got there. From the Jumpstart lore, Tiny Bones Trinket Thief. After Elspeth killed Erebos during an escape from the underworld, countless denizens of Theros vied for the open seat among the gods. Tiny Bones faced many battles and powerful foes, and she fought them all off, eventually ascending to Nyx and replacing Erebos as the new god of death.
Wow.
Yeah, it only took me four of our recording minutes to get there, but I got there, so this will sound lovely in post-production, but there was a whole lot of furious typing while I was looking for this. But yeah, so from Jumpstart, Tiny Bones, Erebos.
So she is now the head of the underworld?
Yeah, correct.
Wow.
Yeah.
She's awesome.
Yeah, anyways, back to it. Like I said, Dominaria has so many cool planeswalkers. Planeswalkers as well. I think that there's a really, really good spot to bring all of them, like I said, a little bit of closure. I think we will see the end of the set. Sorry for that rant, by the way, to anyone listening. Aside from that, I think they are going to bring that whole cycle to a close. I think that they are going to print a ton of new legendary creatures for us. It's going to be the 30th anniversary, so it's going to go big. You know what? I would love to see them do just print the dual lands in it. Come on, just do it.
They won't.
Just put the cycle of dual lands in it. Be like, it's our 30th anniversary. What do you want from us? Just do it. Don't be cowards, Wizards of the Coast. Just do it. Print them. We'll see where it goes. Let's just see what happens, right? But yeah, no, last Dominaria brought us Mox Amber, which is another great card, so I'd love to see a little bit more of that stuff.
Maybe. Mox is something.
Yeah, I don't know. Is there like any kind of creatures that you want to see more of in Dominaria?
I know Merfolk was a really good one in Dominaria, so a few really good Merfolk would be great. And some of the elves, the tribes in elves, because Lanois is Dominaria, right?
Yep.
So having some more Lanois references would be really good.
I'm just looking. Well, yeah, because so many things happened on like
Dominaria was the storyline for Magic and the setting all the way through Ice Age and beyond. When was the first plane that wasn't on Dominaria?
no idea.
Was it Kamigawa?
I don't know, but like so. Dominaria has angels, Aven, catfolk, centaurs, cephalids, demons, dragons, jinns, dryads. Oh, maybe another dryad arbor kind of thing. We have dwarves, elves, gnomes, goblins, humans, merfolk, homerids, kobolds, minotaurs, nantuku. Oh, I'd love to see more of those. Orcs, shades, spirits, thalids, thralls, vampires, vishano, and zombies.
I'd like to see some more kobolds. I've literally bought all the
Oh,
kobolds.
that's a great spot.
I'd love a kobold commander deck.
Well, yeah, and then so it has had, like now that I'm looking at this, some of the planeswalkers of Dominaria. We have Altair, Bolivar, Dakon Blackblade, Dyfed, Emberek, Eskil, Freyalise, Grenfell, Jared Cartholian, Jaya Ballard, Jessica, Karn, Christina of the Woods, Liliana Vess, Masrith, Nicopolis, Ravi, Teferi, Tessabik, Tevesh Set, Ugin, Urza, Venser, Windgrace. So there has been a ton of like very important planeswalkers and very important characters in it. Like there's so many good cards. Like Dominaria is an amazing plane, right? And there is a chance for them to just do so much stuff. It's where Tormod is from. It's where, like I said, all of the Weatherlight crew is from. I just think that this is going to be a set that has a really, really good chance to put a lot of. They don't have to be powerful legendary creatures, just like new legendary creatures, you know?
Something unique.
Yeah.
Now, I know you can talk about Dominaria forever.
Yeah, Dominaria is an amazing plane. Where the actual power spike cards, the power spike cards, and the biggest thing you're going to see is. Oof.
The next set you're not going to shut up about, the Brothers' War.
Here we go. Yep. Here he goes on a 20-minute rant.
Grab a cup of tea and a couple of biscuits. We're going to be here a while, folks. Dan's on a rant.
Okay, so obviously, right now, let me get it out of the way. Mishra sucks. It's not playable in EDH. And the only iteration of Urza is not great. It's not very fun for anyone. Nobody likes it.
Or you have to rule 0 it as the headmaster of the unstable card.
Yeah, it's Urza's a bit of a problem. And Urza's a problem because Urza is arguably one of the most powerful creatures that ever existed in Magic. And basically the Phyrexians drove his brother mad during the Brothers' War, and they were fighting over the Mightstone, the Meekstone. This is like a rough lore of it for anyone. I'll go into big depth with it in one of the lore episodes. But they pretty much destroyed Dominaria. They caused the Ice Age by basically nuking themselves. Like it was a real problem. Whole lot of genocide from Urza. Not great. To be honest, not the best thing he could have done. Like I said, Mishra's not playable in EDH. What is the EDH Mishra right now?
No idea. The one thing, I've been talking to a few friends about this set, and one thing Wizards have to do very carefully with this set and storyline is not have Urza come out as a hero.
I don't think they can portray him as a hero. I think everyone understands that he's a bad guy. I think the only good thing is that he created Karn. But Karn's not a great guy either. Karn kind of really messed up Mirrodin, the world that he made, and then just kind of abandoned to his really go back and listen to the storylines of Phyrexia, and you'll have a pretty good understanding of the last two sets of the year. But anyways, Mishra just sucks for EDH. Mishra is a 4-color. It is the Nicobolas colors of blue, black, red. What's that color pairing? Grixis, yeah. Human Artificer. Whenever you cast an artifact spell, you may search your graveyard, hand, and library for a card with the same name as that spell and put it on the battlefield. If you search, shuffle. And it's not playable in EDH. No, sucks. But they're going to make another one. Obviously. They're also going to redo the Mightstone and the Meekstone were what they fought about, right? That's the one makes creatures very strong, one makes creatures very weak, and they wanted to control both of them. You're going to see probably the largest power spike in Magic in a while in the Brothers' War, because they're both artificers. They are going to stuff endless amounts of artifacts into this, and artifacts being cards being powerful is one thing, but artifacts being powerful is another because they can slot into anything. I think this is a great spot for them to reprint some new fast mana cards that now will become accessible to newer players. Like they haven't really been able to do, where would you put in a mana crypt or something like that in the current sets, right? You kind of can't, but with this, it's a great spot to put in some more fast mana, Mox Amber style kind of things. Obviously, they're not going to give us like another Mox Diamond. I'm going to assume there's going to be just a ton of Metalcraft. There's going to be just an absolute, like, enormous amount of artifacts in this set. I haven't even read the description of the set yet. I'm just telling you. Like, it's
just go for it. Yeah. I was looking at the artwork, and Jesus, those war machines look terrifying.
Yeah, basically they just kept making, like, giant mechazoids to try kill each other. They're just, like, on some Gundam Wing nonsense, basically, in this. Like, they just kept making different artifacts to try kill each other. You can even see in the promotional picture, one has the Might Stone, one has the Meek Stone in their hands and stuff. They're just going at it with each other. And basically, like, if anyone doesn't know the whole, like, Phyrexian story, is that, like, Urza, like, tried to take a bunch of planeswalkers in giant, like, mech suits, kind of like the Gear Hulks almost, to devastate Phyrexia. Like, he's like, I'm gonna kill all of them, because killing all of Dominaria and my brother wasn't enough. Spoiler alert, Mishra does not win this war. I'm gonna tell you that right now. One of them loses the war pretty bad, but Mishra is corrupted by Phyrexia. You're gonna see a whole lot of, like, pretty evil dark stuff. But yeah, like, looking at this stuff, you got these big, huge, like, mechazoid kind of creatures. Like, there's basically giant tanks. Like, these are tank swords. We're gonna see he's holding double, like double swords that are, like, glowing and stuff. We're gonna see some. I would love to see another cycle of the, like, Feast and Famine style swords.
Oh, I mean, we are missing, what, 3?
Yeah, like, it's a great spot to put something like that in. Oh.
Isn't this Brothers' War, which called the Rip in whatever the planes, which lost the powers of Bolus and the Elder Dragons from being gods, which is what sent Bolus on a murderous rampage to become a god again?
Yeah, pretty much. Correct, yeah. Urza's kind of the catalyst for most of the bad things in Magic.
Okay, he is really a nasty man.
Yeah, Urza and Yawgmoth are, like, both, like, real problems in the story. But yes, exactly, like, the Eldrazi are bad, but the Eldrazi are kind of just, like...
It's their purpose.
Yeah, they're just kind of an outer entity. Like, they don't seem, like, wildly malicious. They just are there devouring and stuff, right? Like, they're just... That's just what they are. But these are, like, bad people. Urza is not a good guy in the story. And anyone who's listened to the lore episodes knows full well that Magic is pretty lacking on actual, like, good-hearted champions. Like, there's some, like, you have your Sisay, your stuff, but, like, you know, like, I read the lore of Dak and Blackblade, and, like, the first thing he did is, like, kill his son with a sword. Like, there's a lot of not great characters. They were writing some pretty dark stories, and the Brothers' War is some of the darkest, right? Like, it was a war that ravaged, like, the entirety of the plane and stuff. Like, they were basically just, like, fighting over these 2 artifacts that they found.
And they caused the Ice Age, didn't they?
Yep. They sealed all of the planes, made it so people couldn't planeswalk. Like the Brothers' War is a pretty historic. A really fun thing is that the Brothers' War is a book. So this is one of the first times in recent history where you can just go get the book, see and understand, like, what's going on. But, like, let me first reading the set of it. The Brothers' War is the story continues in Dominaria with the Brothers' War, where Magic's most famous brothers, Urza and Mishra, are returning to settle the score. What started as a feud between the 2 powerful brothers erupted into an all-out war that set into motion the future of a plane and the multiverse itself. Through the lens of Dominaria's locations, characters, and victims of the conflict, we'll see a plane-spanning conflict escalate with artifacts, giant mechs, and beyond. I didn't read that. See, I was right. Look at me go.
Giant mechs and beyond. Giant
mechs and beyond.
Oh, so we're going to see, I don't know, vehicles with crew?
Mm-hmm. So here, let me quickly, I'll just read out, just so everyone who understands. This is like a quick synopsis of the Brothers' War. It's the Brothers' War, also known as the Antiquities War, so that was all of the Antiquities set and stuff like that, was a legendary great war between the brothers Mishra and Urza that spawned after two each found the ancient Thran Power Stones and wanted both. So they both found half of one. The war lasted for decades, devastating Terias before the dramatic conclusion on the verdant island Argoth. There, Urza discovered that his brother had been consumed by Phyrexians and activated the Golgothian Silex. The Silex blast destroyed the island, activated Urza's Planeswalker Spark, and initiated the Ice Age. The impact of this event led to the creation of a calendar called the Argivian Reckoning, which places the year 0 as the one in which the brothers were born. It also spawned a general dislike of magic and artifacts because of their use for the Church of Tal. So it is a massive, a real problem.
Okay, and we've now got the Silax in Khan's hands in present day as well.
Yeah.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so it's a chance to see a lot, and you're gonna see, like I said, I doubt they're gonna jump into the beginning of the Brothers' War. What I kind of think they're gonna do is a little bit of what they did with War of the Spark, where they roll out the previews, tell the story as the preview kind of goes.
Makes sense. That was kind of a good way of doing it.
Yeah, I thought that was really good. I loved the spoiler season for War of the Spark. War of the Spark was probably one of the most exciting I've been for a set. Not because of the cards. The cards were pretty okay, but it was just such a good storyline, right? And the Brothers' War is like a pre-written story. There's no need for them to make it up as they go and try and incorporate new planeswalk. This is written lore into it. It goes one way. These are the artifacts. These are the legendary things. These are their giant mech drones. Yeah.
So we're going to have to see the Meekstone.
Oh, for sure. It's going to be a great spot to reprint Mightstone, Meekstone.
What does the Meekstone do, actually, in Magic? Because I know what the Meekstone is. I think that's one of the most commonly used out of both. But the other one, I'm not so sure on.
Mightstone is all attacking creatures get +1/+0.
Okay. I mean, that can easily be printed. I mean, to be fair, both of them can easily be printed in standard.
Yeah. Oh, and it applies to all attacking creatures from all players.
They might reword it then.
That one, yeah.
Mind you, they might not. Depends if it's lore and it's already done.
A fun fact: the Mightstone and Weakstone are Urza's eyes.
Really?
Yep. That's what he put back into his eyes.
That's disturbing.
It is disturbing. The a really
Magic
fun
lore is very disturbing.
Yeah, so the Legacy Weapon, a really fun thing. Legacy Weapon is a card in Magic. It is 7 mana, and it's tap Wooburg, remove target permanent from the game. If it'd be put into a graveyard from anywhere, shuffle it into its owner's library instead. It's a very fun card to play. Very, very weird. It's like Karn and Urza's Head and stuff. There's a lot of small spoilers in it. I just love talking about the artwork of it because it's so fun. So the pieces that make up the Legacy Weapon are the Power Matrix, the Skyship, Karn, the Weatherlight, so Skyship, Weatherlight, Skull of Ramos, Horn, Eye, Tooth, Heart, the Thran Stone, the Thran Forge, the Sky Shaper, Juju Bobble, Null Rod, and Squeeze Toy.
Ooh, Squeeze Toy?
Yeah, have you ever seen it?
Why is Squeeze Toy so famous? What is his toy?
Oh, pull the card up. It's awesome.
No, I know what his toy is. I want a plushie of it. If anyone has a plushie or knows where to find one, just message me. I want the plushie of Squeeze Toy. But I don't know what it is in lore. It's just this squishy toy that he holds onto forever. And
so the fun thing is, the flavor text is, as the horrors closed in on Gerard, Squee trembled and clutched his toy for comfort. He didn't know where it came from or why it was so warm, but he was glad he kept it near. And the reason it was so warm is because it was activating the Legacy Weapon.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. I honestly love Squee, by the way. It was Squee got done dirty.
Squee's still going, isn't he?
Well, he's mortal, so he's there somewhere. There's going to be a Squee on Dominaria. Didn't even think about that.
I was going to say, because he can't die, because they accidentally made him immortal by torturing him.
Which is hilarious. And then also, Squee was in the last Dominaria too. We are getting a new Squee Planeswalker. Yes!
Oh, can you imagine?
I want a Squee Planeswalker so much. By the way, did you know that that's what he's holding in Squee the Immortal?
What, the toy?
Yeah.
Yeah. The little, it looks like some kind of skinned Furby.
Yeah. Squee's holding it in most of the pictures of Squee, if you didn't know that.
There's the card Squeeze toy as well, isn't there?
Yep.
Mm.
Man, I love Squee. Squee's such a cool character. They should start making a plushie of the Squeeze toy.
I already want one, so I'm already a customer. Sign me up.
Yeah, so anyways, there's a few other things that I want to get to of the thing. Brothers War, like I said, that's going to be the Power Spike set. You're going to see artifacts. You're going to see really, really good artifacts, and I don't see them making them colored artifacts. I just can't see that foresight being there. So I think this is the set that's...
I have this strange feeling that they can't reprint the reserve list like the Moxes, but they might do slow Moxes.
That could be nice.
Like 0 mana comes in tapped or suspend them or something.
A great spot to put in a cycle of Lotus Petal like Moxes.
Yeah.
Like they could do Ruby Petal, Sapphire Petal.
Ruby Shard or something, yeah.
Well, no, because Lotus Petal is the 0 and sack for it. So it's a great spot to do like the Ruby Petal or something. Or I guess I see what you mean, like wording-wise.
Wording-wise, because, lotuses are flowers.
Yeah. So, we'll get into the next few things. There's a new unset. We kind of can't do anything with the unsets, but like there's a pretty cool Ajani artwork, so I'm kind of interested in that.
The Unfinity.
Yeah, as far as I know, they're reprinting the Shocklands in it in alternate artwork. I don't like that.
Full art Shocklands in a space-themed.
I don't like that because I can't play the Unfinity cards, but now I'm kind of forced to buy the product to crack these very, very playable and desirable lands. I don't like that they did that because we can't play the cards, right? So, like, if you're a Commander player, we know who's trying.
You're obviously not playing in my playgroup.
I guess you can rule 0 anything, but
My Little Pony Commander deck, it's still played today.
I'm fine with that, but it's just a lot of the uncards. Although with the new D&D set, I can see a lot of the dice rolling things like Pippa kind of just being allowed now because that's just what you do. There's a lot of dice rolling, so yeah. So that's there. Now let me just get right into the meat and potatoes because I'm not even wasting my time talking about it. Commander Legends 2, Battle for Baldur's Gate. We have another Forgotten Realms thing, and everyone hated Forgotten Realms. Oh, I know, blah, 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 it wasn't powerful. But it's another spot. I think, first off, they put Loth as a Planeswalker. So there's a chance for them to put all of the other gods like Tyr, Mystra, yada, yada, yada. There's going to be a lot of new Planeswalker things. Commander Legends, as we all know, brought so much to our format. It brought so much in the partner mechanic. There's a lot of... I don't even need to go on about that one. The fact that there's another Commander Legends coming out is obviously phenomenal news. Not for my wallet. It's very, very, very bad news for my wallet. But another D&D set in Commander Legends. I personally think that they greatly bungled the D&D set. I thought it was not very good.
I disagree. I loved the D&D set. However, I believe that they should have reused old mechanics like Party, which would have fitted in perfectly.
I thought that would have been a perfect idea for this set, but not using any of that seems very, very weird to me. I thought it sucked. Now, that being said, I think all of the Commander decks, amazing.
Especially Wolfgar.
Oh, yeah.
Wolfgar.
What a fun... Yeah, I know, right?
He still puts fear into people's eyes when I sit down with that deck.
Did we do a Wolfgar deck tech or no?
You did.
Oh yeah.
No.
I think we did it as an episode. Yes.
Yeah, you did, because we did the 7 mana Ether Basilisk thing.
Yeah. We do too many episodes. But yeah, no, like Wolfgar was really fun. A lot of those were actually really, really fun. I'm seeing a lot of people really love the Galea. I'm seeing a lot of people like have a great time with like things like Vrondis. So obviously Prosper is like just a very played one right now. There's lots of cool things that came out of it, but I found them mostly in the Commander slot. I found the set, and maybe it's because I was just so used to them giving us bomb after bomb after bomb. Like, I don't know. I found the set to be weak personally. Like,
I mean, after what we've been given, it's probably reasonable to say you felt that way. If we hadn't have had the sets previously, because they were giving us some really powerful decks, I think these sets are actually pretty good.
yeah, I don't know. I just think that they butchered some characters. Ugh, gross. But the Wolfgar, dope. So the Baldur's Gate spoiler thing is focusing on the city of Baldur's Gate and building on the Commander first gameplay of 2019's Commander Legends. Commander Legends Battle for Baldur's Gate brings in iconic characters, new mechanics, more flavorful spells from D&D, plus Commander Legends style foil-etched legendary creatures, all packed into an even greater social experience. So we're going to get a
foil-etched Wolfgar.
Oh, that would be great. We're going to get a lot of the popular commanders that, I think it's a great time for them to reprint a bunch of the, what's the word I'm thinking? Like desirable commanders that were, like a lot of the old partners. Like I really liked that they did Prosh, Muldrotha. So I think we're going to see like an etched foil Kenrith. I think we're going to see an etched foil Golos, that kind of stuff. The popular ones, I think it's a great spot to put them back in. I really hope that they do some more partner. I love partner as a mechanic. Even partner with, I'd be happy with. I love both.
Yeah. Are they... As it's going to be before rotation of the D&D set, it's in Q2.
Commander Legends, yeah.
We're not probably going to see any new dungeons.
Ooh, this is a great spot for them to put in new dungeons. Didn't even think about that, but venture into the dungeon is a great mechanic to be added here.
It is. But if they venture into the dungeon and create new dungeons, that means new dungeons will hit standard.
Yep, that would make sense.
So, be interesting to see if they just ignore it or go with it.
Well, I think they can balance that pretty good. And then Double Masters. So, again, I've never been a big fan of Double Masters personally. For my own buy-in, I have a huge old collection, as I harp on about all the time. That being said, Double Masters was a phenomenal place for players who haven't played the game for too long, or even for invested players to get a bunch of high-value cards. We saw Mana Crypt. We saw a ton of just amazing box toppers. Those were some of the best box toppers I've ever seen. Box Topper Atraxa, Box Topper Kalia. Those have all really, really held value and stuff. So Double Masters 2022 is another great spot for again, players to just really, really build up a collection. I wouldn't say affordable, but in a significantly more affordable way than trying to go and like trying to buy Blightsteel Colossus before that. They were around like $90 or $100, right? All of the swords, like it's a great spot, especially if you can get into one of those drafts. They're pretty good. Double Masters in 22 will also come with 2 foil cards and 2 rare or mythic cards in each draft booster, with even more powerful reprints and a multicolor draft focus.
What could be left?
What could be left? Dual lands.
You'll never get them.
Right? So like it's already like a pretty phenomenal release schedule. It's already pretty like devastating to my wallet. We have like 4 sets. All of these sets are coming with commander decks. The Brothers War, obviously they're gonna have to do Commander Mishra, Commander Urza that are coming in the sets if you want those legendary, and I think they're gonna make them planeswalkers that can be commanders. That's my spoiler. You're obviously gonna have to buy them as the commanders, but it would be cool if they had a legendary creature and planeswalker iteration in it. I guess Mishra wasn't a planeswalker. I'm ranting. Anyways, so
I'm still confused with this Masters 2022 because it's a great idea. Double Masters was amazing. Had all the swords. Had Jace, I believe.
Yep.
Then we had Modern Horizons, which had not Modern Horizons. What was the one that had all the Urza lands with the box topper Khan and everything?
I don't know.
That recently came out. That might have been Modern
Horizons 2.
There's so many sets, it's hard to keep up. But what is there left to reprint? We've had the Shock lands.
Oh, so much stuff.
We've had the Fetch lands.
We've had some of the Fetch lands.
Or I suppose there's the other half of them.
Yeah, but there's also, like I said, as far as powerful reprints go, I can't see them breaking the reserve list, but I can see them like getting a bunch of cards that are just creeping up in price. So again, we're gonna see another doubling season reprint. The demand for doubling season right now is just crazy, especially after the Strixhaven, Quandrix, like kind of things.
Nev.
Yeah, so a lot of people are gonna want like those kind of things. Parallel Lives is really, really creeping up. Anointed Procession, really, really creeping up. All of like your Phyrexian Altar, that kind of stuff.
True.
So there's a ton of like very, very, there's many cards in Magic that are like around the $90 to $100 range that would be a great reprint. I don't know if Food Chain is reserve list. They just made a Judge promo of Food Chain not long ago, so I don't think it is, but it might be. But I don't know how they do. Yeah.
Depends if it was done at the loophole.
Yeah, I don't know. They do weird things. But Double Masters, I don't really know what their powerful reprints are. I am going to guess that we are going to finally see the reprints. Maybe not. I think Commander Legends might be the spot for them to reprint your Dockside Extortionist, that kind of stuff.
Yeah, I know they are reprinting it because Kevin Verty actually said that those sort of cards are on their radar, but it takes them up to, 3 years to get them out?
Well, and it makes sense to bring it into, you can't put that in a standard set, I don't believe.
No,
right?
Dockside would not work.
So I think that that's like a really good spot to reprint that. But then, like I said, there's a few more quick things we have to touch on because they're doing Jumpstart again.
Oh, Jumpstart was such a good set.
Jumpstart was such a good set. And I think that they have learned from the mistake of the last time. So number one, first mistake is that there was not enough product. People ate Jumpstart up like a lot because it's meant to be a draft format and Commander players are animals. And we just like cracked a ton of the packs, right? Like they gave us legends like Bruvac, Tiny Bones, Muxus. And we're like, I'm just gonna crack boxes till I get that.
Yep, nope. I have a commander deck literally sitting in front of me with Bruvac.
Yeah.
I have my legacy deck. My legacy goblins runs Muxus. I have a Tiny Bones.
Yeah, I built Emil and stuff like that.
Allosaurus Shepherd is still what, $90?
Ooh, Allosaurus Shepherd would be a great card to reprint in Double Masters.
I don't think Modern would enjoy that. Yeah, no, that's not a good idea for Modern.
But anyway, so Jumpstart. It says Jumpstart 2022 comes with a new to Magic card in every pack. So I think that they're going to, at the minimum, give you a common or uncommon that's new in each pack, rather than like you crack a pack and.
Was it like 6 or 7 decent ones?
Well, it wasn't that. It was the fact that like you had such good value in some of them. Like if you got the Elves one, you had a chance to get Craterhoof, like a Elvish Archdruid, or Allosaurus Shepherd. Like they were pretty feel bad if you cracked that Archdruid, you know? So
and then you got, there was the Tiny Bones, or you got something that was just terrible. Right.
And then so on top of that, like I said, first off, that's already a bankruptcy level release schedule. Then we have the Warhammer 40k decks, which is Magic meets Warhammer with 4 commander decks featuring new art, new cards, and powerful reprints. So we're getting just 4 commander decks of Warhammer, which is, I think, odd.
I have no idea on Warhammer.
Warhammer lore's awesome.
But I know that we are gaining new Commander players purely because of this set. Because there are Warhammer players in my LGS, because it's a gaming store. And they are literally only going to play Commander because of this deck. So I'm happy for that reason.
Right. Then we have Fortnite Secret Lair, as we talked about. Street Fighter Secret Lair.
That makes me so happy it has multi-kicker.
That's funny. And then there's going to be, this is for 2023, but it's going to be the Lord of the Rings takes of Middle-earth. It'll be making its way into Magic with a set designed for booster draft. The cards will be legal and modern as well as historic. So I think that's going to be kind of like the Baldur's Gate kind of thing. But that's not till 2023. So like I said, we've got a pretty jam-packed release schedule, especially if we get our commander decks. We'll probably have, I would say, 2 to 3 in Kamigawa. We're going to have 5 in the new Capenna. We're probably going to have, I would say, 4 in Dominaria. I can't see them doing less than 4. 2 in Brothers War.
I'd probably say it would be like we normally get, which would be 2, 5, 2, 2.
With Dominaria, I don't think they'll go so low.
Yeah.
They just have so many legendary creatures to put in. Dominaria wouldn't be the spot to do 2, I don't think. Maybe. I could be wrong. But like if you think about it, like we just had Strixhaven. Strixhaven was the commander decks of the year.
Yeah,
and then
was
it
5.
and then it was followed up immediately with 4.
Yeah, the D&D set had 4, didn't it?
Yep. So,
but then this is the year of Commander, but then Commander Legends is coming out next year as
I'm
well.
gonna be honest. I'm gonna be honest. Every year is the year of Commander. We are problematic players who just like keep going and never stop buying these cards. Yeah, like we're
the fuel to the fire.
Well, and then on top of that, we're gonna have. I don't think that the Commander Legends obviously won't come with Commander decks. That'd be crazy. But the fact that we're gonna have the Warhammer decks, I think we might see another 16 Commander decks this year, something like that.
It's going to be obscene.
I can only make so many decks. There's only so many sleeves. 4 + 5 + 2 + 4. I'm bad at math here. Yeah, I think we're going to see 17 decks this year.
So between 14 and 17 decks, yeah?
That's going to be nuts. But yeah, like I said, I could rant all day about this. Let us know what you think about this release schedule. What are you the most excited for? What do you want to see? Do you think I'm wrong with any of what's gonna come out? Do you think Lotus is wrong, or do you agree with some of the things we said? Like, is Kamigawa gonna see more shrines? Are we gonna see awesome new Snake Ninja Legends? Right?
Yeah.
Is there things we miss? Like, is there legendary creatures you'd love to see replaced in it? Like, tell us your predictions. Let us know. Message us on Instagram or anything like that in a Discord. And yeah, thank you guys for listening to Lotus and I rant about this, because I was so excited with how many things they spoiled this year.
Yeah, you don't know how much he's been going on about this. Oh, and don't forget, there's those store championship cards that got printed that are coming out as well, on top of all of that, where they're reprinting Collected Company, Wormcoil Engine, and Arbor Elf in foil promo.
I didn't see that. What's that?
If you click on the link at the top that says... the release showcase.
Yeah.
And then we've also got Commander Black collection coming out.
Oh, I forgot about that.
4 Pioneer decks, then the Secret Lairs on top of that. There is so much coming out in the next year.
What is this? When it's safe to do so, be able to host in-person events again. Friday Night Magic will be returning. In December, the Store Championship will also be returning. Stores will be able to choose a format from among Standard, Modern, Pioneer, or Limited. Those are not formats I care about. All players who enter will... I might go for a promo. I enter and immediately forfeit. The winner of the Store Championship will receive a foil. I might play for a foil Wormcoil.
Yeah, or Collected Company.
It's pretty cool, Collected Company.
Phyrexian Worm.
I'll just buy them. I'm okay with that. Oh, and then the four Pioneer decks I think are pretty interesting.
Yeah, I mean...
Obviously, I'm going to buy I'm going to buy one that's called Lotus Field combo. How can you not?
I mean, I want that just because it's me. And then you got Commander Black, which is the same as the Commander Green, where you got your Command Tower, the Soul Ring, but a Toxic Deluge, a Reanimate, Liliana Heretical Healer, Ghoulcaster Gissa, Ophiomancer, and Phyrexian Arena.
Yeah, pretty solid reprints in that one. Available in foil and non-foil. I think that's pretty good. That Gissa is awesome, especially with the new Gissa coming out in that. That'll be on the spoilers episode, but spoiler alert to the spoilers episode. It's a pretty cool card. Ophiomancer as well, by the way. It's another card that had been creeping up in price. I really think it's a cool one. You're making your Death Touch snakes. Love it.
Yeah, that's something I'm glad that they're doing.
That Command Tower is pretty awesome looking.
It is. I'm quite enjoying the Soul Ring, actually.
Mm-hmm.
Their artwork in Magic is definitely... It's up there now. It's amazing.
Yeah. But anyways, like I said, we'll end there. Let us know what else you think. What's good, what's bad. What are you excited for? And yeah, thank you so much for listening as always. You can find us on into99.com pretty much for everything. Check us out with Discord. Lotus does Brewing It live on Saturdays. Go check it out and brew decks with her. It's very, very fun to see people spam her with comments of
Kamigawa.
Yeah, exactly. Kamigawa, put in this. It's very fun to brew decks with Lotus. It's a good time. Lotus and Han, I should say.
Yeah, and Han. Han's there every week with me.
Yeah, Han's also hanging out. Yep. And yeah, so I should hit my outro music. All right, there's my outro music. Thank you guys so much for listening, and we'll catch you next week. Tell me what you want to see in these sets. I really want to know. I will maybe do a giveaway or something if someone gives me an entertaining enough answer. So thank you guys so much for listening, and bye-bye.
Take care, everyone. And here's a hint: he loves Dominaria.